Hello and welcome to CBS News in Brief. My name is Yunis Dekow. Somaliland's government has brought criminal charges against the Interior Secretary of Wa'id Party Mahmoud Ali Saleban Ramah. The Office of the Prosecutor General submitted to Marodijah Regional Court the charge sheet against Mr. Ramah. This comes a day after the Speaker of the House of Representatives said he dropped his case against Mr. Ramah. However, the state and the Speaker of the House of Representatives are mentioned as plaintiffs in the charge sheet. Mr. Ramah is charged with 3 criminal counts, the first being sedition and spreading false propaganda against government agencies. The second charge is also spreading false reports by stating that Berbera port revenues are not part of the national budget. The charge sheet says the objective of those false reports was to incite the public against the government. The third charge against the opposition official is defaming the Speaker of the House of Representatives by accusing him of working with eminent enemies of Somaliland. The Speaker of Somaliland, Mahmoud Bashe Farah, announced that he dropped his case against Mr. Ramah yesterday. The Office of the Prosecutor General cites 2 press conferences of Mahmoud Ali Ramah Sulaiman as a criminal conduct. For the first 2 charges, the prosecutor referred to statement made by Mr. Ramah in his way to a criminal investigation department to surrender himself after he was served a warrant of arrest. Al-Shabaab militant group on Monday claimed responsibility for a bomb blast in Mogadishu that killed at least 90 people over the weekend, while Somalia said a foreign government that it did not identify helped plan the attack. The bombing was the deadliest in more than 2 years in a country wrecked by nearly 3 decades of violence. In an audio message, Al-Qaeda allied Al-Shabaab claimed responsibility for the bombing at the busy X-control checkpoint northwest of Mogadishu. Ali Mahmoud Ragi, Al-Shabaab spokesman, said in the message, the blast targeted a convoy of Turkish and Somali forces and they suffered great loss. The National Intelligence and Security Agency NISA did not name the country that it said was involved in the blast. It said in a tweet, a foreign country planned the massacre of Somalis in Mogadishu on 28 December 2019. Ragi accused Turkey of taking all resources of Somalia and vowed to continue targeting their personnel in the country. 2 of those killed were Turkish nationals. A small team of Turkish engineers were present at the time of the blast, constructing a road into the city. Qatar has dispatched a military plane to Somalia to evacuate badly wounded victims of Saturday's tragic bombing that left at least 90 people dead and over 100 others wounded. The Qatari Air Force plane evacuated some 22 badly wounded victims to Doha for specialized treatment. On the directives of His Highness Amir Sheikh Thamim bin Thani Al Thani, Qatari Air Force plane carrying medical aid arrived Monday in Somalia to support those who were injured as a result of the recent terrorist bombing in the capital Mogadishu. The Qatari assistance to the Somali government included 4 tons of medical materials and first aid. The integrated medical and relief team comprised 25 members from various medical and relief specialists of the Qatar International Search and Rescue Group, Atlaqwiya Forces and Hamad Medical Corporation. The International Committee of the Red Cross and the Somali Red Crescent has called on armed actors to show restraint and take constant care to spare civilians in accordance with international humanitarian law in Somalia. Almost 90 people were killed in the weekend bombing in Mogadishu and more than 140 were injured, among them children and university students. ICRC Somalia says they are absolutely horrified by this attack and reminded all sides involved in the conflict in Somalia to be mindful of civilians who they say must be protected and be spared. ICRC delivered medical supplies and body bags to Medina Hospital and supported SRC First Action teams that helped respond to the massive number of casualties. The organization has facilitated and conducted 52 surgeries since Saturday and are hoping most of the patients pull through. A consultative meeting between investors and the administration of the Somali region of Ethiopia was held in Jigjiga on Monday. The meeting was attended by the Ethiopian Somali region president, state ministers, mayors of the major towns and dozens of potential investors. The aim of the meeting was to showcase investment opportunities in the region and the best ways those opportunities can be utilized. The president of the Somali region of Ethiopia appealed to the business community and diaspora to take their role and increase the investment of the region in order to lower the dependency of outside imports. The state president also spoke about vast opportunities in the region, which comprise of financial, real estate, agriculture, mineral resources and logistics. He especially mentioned the housing needs in the major towns, including the regional capital Jigjiga. The Minister of Finance and Diaspora, Abdisalam Yusuf, who spoke at the meeting, said that his office had prepared the regulations. Those are facilitating the investment in the state. In this consultative meeting, a report about investment over the last 10 years has been presented, showing the challenges such as roads and energy problems, as well as current plans to give investors chances to invest in the Somali region of Ethiopia. Also speaking at the meeting were Abdurrahman Haji, the Vice Chairman of the State Chamber of Commerce, and several prominent business persons. That is all we have for you on this particular news brief. Thank you for being with us. My name is Yunis Dekow. Enjoy the rest of your viewing.